Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
up the fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's a Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm really no man, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, put through the baddest conditions. I fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit till I go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' a different breed of black man. We don't do the back bend. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus. Ooh, how many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some break off, but never take up as a place. When the law with you ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. We unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in the with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be fresh as hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear minute, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on the slide that I know about it when I assemble the group with the slide. For real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wetter by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Cold shit.
I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with 'em? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get 'em. I see niggas and they feelings all feel 'em. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. But at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a step and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick, baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he to go, bring him to the bush. To the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Yeah, at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, and get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one west, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit, and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die. Skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. But at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK. I'm the Commander Jerry Hunter. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in 1969. This is the ISUPK Wednesday night law class coming out of Nashville, and I am preaching officers of Bach Yasharallah. Here in the ISUPK, I'm the Commander Jerry Hunter. We are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group that is on the face of this earth. We are not affiliated with Scientology. We are not affiliated with Egyptology. We are not affiliated with Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Seventh-day Adventists. Listen, if it's not of the ISUPK, it's nothing. It is nothing. I mean, it is nothing. Here in the ISUPK and the Commander Jerry Hunter, we teach the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that you are the true biblical Jews according to the Most High, according to the words of God, according to the Bible. My topic for tonight is stay home. Don't celebrate January the 1st. Stay home. You have to stay home. You have to stay home. First of all, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's checking in. Shalom, Lord of Christ. If y'all have any questions, you can put them in the chat. Any comments, here in the ISUPK, all questions do get answered. All questions do get answered. But this is, first of all, going from December 31st to January the 1st, you just going from one winter month to the next. That's not a new year. There's no way that you can get a new year when you are in a winter season. That's no way. And then that is that of the pagan god is the pagan god Janus is spelled like Janus. That god was two-faced. He was a two-faced god. I did a class on that like some years ago, probably about like 2-3 years ago. But it was said that he couldn't be trusted. I really forgot, but I really kind of forgot because it's not like really something that, well, it's not of the Most High. Let me say it like that. So that's why I kind of really forgot. But I knew that it was dealing with, so-called month of January. But January is this man-made holiday talking about this is the beginning of a new year, and everything is like dormant. Everything is dead. It ain't no leaves, ain't no birds, ain't certain animals have been went into hibernation. So really, this is a time where our oppressor, our enemy, so-called white man, is really getting money off of. This is a time that he uses to keep just making it look like he is like almost like a god himself. And it's a lot of things that's going to be going on. I mean, really, it's a lot of things that's going to be going on tonight. It's going to be a whole lot of partying. It's going to be a whole lot of men cheating on their wives cheating on their husband. It's a lot of things going to be going down, and World War III is right around the corner. This world thinks that, you can escape reality by keep upholding these man-made holidays that you really not paying attention to what's really going on. And the sins of this world went up to the Most High like crazy. And it's crazy how the Bible is so in line with things that is going on in this world. Things that is going on in this world and really don't have nothing to do with the Most High. And the Most High have been gave the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians sound instructions on how to not, be involved in this world, not to keep going on with the thing that is of this world. And the so-called white man, that's why we say that he is the devil that the Bible speaks of, because he benefits off of every holiday that he has then came up with. He benefits tremendously. People are in every state across America, people are gearing up right now to go and party, to do the most. And it's going to be some unaliving, it's going to be some stories. It's just crazy how, especially God's chosen people, can sit back and partake in things that is not of God and it's not in our favor. Because even though it's going to be partying going on, man, our Issachar Wright brothers and sisters are still being deported, are still being snatched from north, south, east, west of America. And we want to sit talking about we celebrate New Year's, especially for those that is not in this truth, especially for those that is not in the ISUPK and the Commander Jimmy Hunter. You know, I don't see how you want to partake in things that is of this world, and you seeing on the news how these ICE agents is doing what they do, but you still want to talk about you partaking in these man-made holidays, and it's crazy. I mean, it's sad to say the least, you know. But when turmoil knocks at your door, then and only then you will try to call on the Most High. But you know, the Most High said He don't even answer prayers of sinners. You know, He gonna look and frown upon you. He will look and frown upon you, for real. But still, yet, God's chosen people will still find a way to celebrate this man-made holiday, no matter what. Just like you celebrated Christmas, just like you went on and celebrated Thanksgiving. Just like, what's coming up? What's coming up? What's coming up? Just a little Cupid thing. Where they buying flowers and all of that. You're going to partake in that. And you're really not paying attention to the things that is going on around this world. And this is it's going to be tragedy. People, and you have like certain spirits that roam throughout this earth during these holidays. During these holidays, and these holidays don't really do nothing for us. These holidays have not done nothing for us. Just make us look at each other crazy. Just make us go against each other. And we as a people, we'll find a way. We want to be a part of everything. God's chosen people, for those that is not in the truth, we will find a way that we got to be a part of this. We have to be a part of that. And we won't even turn and look for the God of the Bible, the God of Israelites. We don't even think about that. But we want to participate in everything that's going on in this world. We want to do that, though. And we ain't even have yet, since we've been sitting in a Christian church, have yet learned how to serve the Most High. Have not. Like, there's no way that you partaking in all these man-made holidays and still going into church and thinking that you serving the Most High. Somewhere along the line, something, you know, should have been kicked in by now. Like all these years I've been doing this, I've been doing that, and ain't nothing happened. Not nothing. Not nothing. But I'm going to jump into some precepts. I'm going to jump into some precepts that's going to go and talk about these holidays. These holidays as well as the one that is going to go down tonight. And then too, you know, even when you look at the so-called clock and how that's set up, you know, midnight is not even the next day, but according to man and how he has set up everything, come 12 o'clock midnight, that is considered the next day in his eyesight. Like he has then surpassed what the Most High said. The Most High said from sundown to sundown will be your next day. But I'm going to jump into this right here. When you look at Matthew chapter 15, and start at verse 8, and it says, "This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me." And this right here is Christianity as a whole. This right here is your black politicians. This right here has been trickled down from white supremacy all the way down to Christianity. And it's no way that our black leaders think that they are outdoing the Most High. You is not tricking the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Most High say that you can't serve two masters. Either you gonna love the one, you gonna hate the other. And you gonna have a lot of churches talking about they bringing in the New Year's. When in the scripture it tells you when the new year begins. Like it's it's crazy how man traditions he try to make his tradition supersede that of the Most High. It's like the so-called white man to try to put himself above the Most High. But the Most High said, you honor me with your mouth and your lips, but your heart is far from me, meaning that your mind. When it talks about the heart in the Bible, it speaks of the mind. And their heart is far from the Most High. Their heart is far from the Most High with the things that they do, the things that they eat, how they conduct themselves. Can't serve two masters. You cannot serve all of these man-made holidays and think that you're serving the Most High. When the Most High gave you sound instructions on how to serve Him, how to worship Him, how to keep His law, statutes, and commandments. The Most High never said, do the things that is of this world. The Most High say, love not the world, nor the things that is of this world, 1 John 2:15. But we want to sit and think that by we going in a building on the first day of the week, that by we calling ourselves Christians, by we saying that we are Christians, that we are Christ-like. And Christ never even celebrated his birthday, let alone partaking in the things that was of this world. Verse 9, it says, but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine, the commandments of men. These, once again, this is white supremacy, and they have gave instructions down to the black preachers, the politicians, and these politicians have been grew up under Christianity. So, you know, you kind of getting it from both sides of the playing field. And so-called white man is controlling the strings. He is controlling the strings. So we look at, I'm gonna go to Mark chapter 7. Mark chapter 7 and verse 9. And he said unto them, full well, ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition. It would look crazy if every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, for the ones that are not in the truth, for the ones that don't have knowledge of the truth, for the ones that could just separate themselves from the world and not be partakers of the thing that is of this world and just sit down for a second. The American economy would go bankrupt. They would. Because don't nobody celebrate birthdays the way Black people do. I mean, well, birthdays and holidays as well. Don't nobody does that. Nobody do like, there's nobody like Black people on the face of this earth. It's not. And even still to this day, you still can see the things that is going on with the makeup of set aside from God's chosen people, these other heathen nations. These other heathen nations, they still partake in the things that is of this world. You gonna have so many other nations talking about they bringing in the new year. The only ones I think that really don't really partake in the New Year's, I want to say is the Japanese or the Chinese. They I think they have I want to say it's the Chinese. They have their own calendar, and then they celebrate their New Year at a different time. But more so, like with all these other nations, yes, they do partake in it. But just to give you some insight on how, set aside from the scriptures, this is a living Bible. God's words are true and living words. And what is coming out the Bible still lets you know you still can see what is going on. But that's why I thank the Most High for this truth, because the priests and prophets that gives you the word of the Most High, you're not going to get this truth nowhere else but in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. You're not going to get this out of Islam. You're not going to get this from Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventists. You're not going to get the truth of the Most High only in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. I'm going to go to 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 4, and I'm going to start at verse 3. It say, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. And that time is here. It's been here. It has been here. And they have started, Christianity has took a toll on a lot of God's chosen people. Like, when it comes down to hearing this truth, it's almost like it's almost like a language that has never been heard of. But a lot of people don't want this truth because they are comfortable with the way they are living. They have been living like this for so long. They have been living a lot. They have been living in sin. So they don't want the truth. They don't want the truth. They want to continue staying the way they do. They want to continue doing what they've been doing. But then when the Most High start dealing with them, then you want to call on the Most High. God, why you doing me like this? Why am I going through this? But when the Most High was sending the warning out from the priests and prophets, you didn't heed that warning. And all throughout the Bible, from beginning to end, the Most High have sent his prophets to tell of his words, to give a warning. As people never heeded that. Never heeded that warning. They say, but let me start over. 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 3. It say, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears. And them itchy ears, they want to hear BS. They want to hear that they want to hear that it's all right to do this, that it's all right to do that.
Only people still do what they want to do when they have been shown the truth.
I say, why do people still do what they want to do when they haven't shown the truth? They have been accustomed. They have been accustomed to doing what they've been doing. You know, when you show somebody the truth, you know, it's like, I mean, it's more than one way that you got to look at it. You know, somebody might look at it like, who they think they is telling me that, and you know what I'm saying, they don't know me like that. Or you have some people, and I haven't heard this. You have some people that say that I'm not ready to change how I'm living. You know, one day, you know, I'll live like that. But you know, a lot of people think that they can just keep doing what they do and think that it's all right. But you know, when you show people, when you show them the truth, man, a lot of people just, you know, it's just hard for them to accept that because of the way they was living. And then too, if it's kind of hard for you to deal with the truth or accept it, you know, a lot of times the Most High ain't really dealing with you. And that's like a whole nother story within itself. But if a person has been shown the truth and they accept it and, you know, and they willing to make that change, then, you know, it's got to get a Most High hand for that. You know, it's a beautiful thing. But if the Most High ain't dealing with you, then, you know, that's a bad thing too. But it's kind of hard to get people to accept the truth. But I'm gonna say this here too. You can't say that. You can't say now in this day and time that this truth is not out here, because the ISUPK, we are on every platform. We are on every platform, so it's kind of impossible for a person not to know the truth. But you know, you just got some people that just stuck in their ways. You know what I'm saying? Like it really would take them to really see something like a humbling experience. But you know, and then too, it's sometimes it be the approach. It be the approach. You know, you just have to. Some people just have to sit back, man, and just really let the Lord deal with them. All right, and verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. So, you know, that right there within a nutshell. But, you know, for the most part, I mean, you could plant certain seeds in people and just sit back and wait on it to sprout. But, you know, when you showing somebody the truth or you telling them about this truth, you know, they're going to really sit back and see how you conduct yourselves, see how you carry yourself. You know, and they'll just be sitting back waiting on you to have a mishap or a certain hiccup. And then they'll look at you and be like, okay, well, I guess that's not the truth because you messed up. But, you know, it's not hard keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. You just got to be consistent. You just got to be diligent. But I'm going to go into some more. But, you know, with looking at like 2 Timothy, it's like 4 and 3 and 4, you know, you just got some people that they're just stuck in their ways, you know. They don't want to stop doing what they do. They love sinning. They feel like, you know, they done been stuck. You know, hearing this in Christianity, you know, Christ done paid the ultimate price. He died for your sins. You know, a person that take that and run with it in the literal. Like, okay, I can go through this, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really not being broken down. This Bible's not really being taught to them. You know, in Christianity, they being taught that the law has been done away with. Christ had already paid the ultimate sin and all that. So a person take that in the literal and run with that. We'll go to some more. Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 38. It says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage. So that's so this empire, as you know, is getting ready to come to an end. You know, people are going to be partying tonight. They're going to be eating. They're going to be drinking. I mean, they're going to be doing the most. They're going to be doing the most. You're going to be having some people getting unalive. It's going to be some females getting pregnant. It's going to be some dudes got to go to the health department, got STDs. It's going to be some things. There's going to be some things going on. But just like in the days of Noah, they were doing that. So just like with Christ returning, it's still going on. They don't take it serious. Like I said, that no man know the day nor hour of Christ's return. So if they, and this is hypothetically speaking, by them sitting out partying this and that and the third and doing what they doing tonight and what's going to be going on, if Christ return, in the midst of them being in the party, there's no way that these people can honestly say that they are prepared to go, especially God's chosen people. If you out there doing the most, there's no way that you can sit and fix your mouth and say that you are ready to go when Christ returns. Especially you at a party. But you turning up, you doing this, you doing that. Nah, it ain't no way. So, people still out here doing worldly things. Still out here doing worldly things. Still out here, on the idol worshiping and stuff like that. Just like they was partying for the Christmas parties. So, these two little holidays, with these two little holidays, it's kind of like back to back. So, if somebody missed a Christmas party or somebody missed out going somewhere for Christmas, they're going to make up for it tonight. They're going to most definitely make up for that tonight. It's, that's what I'm saying. And they're not even, a lot of people don't even give it a second thought. As long as I've been living and old enough to understand, it has always been an accident. You always hear on the news or in the neighborhood something that happened to somebody on New Year's night, so-called New Year's night. Always. But some people just like being in the life of the party. They just, they love it. So I'm gonna go to Leviticus 26:1. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 1. Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image. Hey, you had the Christmas tree. You got man, them dropping the ball. That's idol worshiping. You got the cross, in Christianity. You know, all of these things is like idol worshiping. Yeah, I mean, it's no getting around that. You making statues and you looking up to these statues, idol worshiping. These are the things that the Most High say, man, do not do. The Most High say, do not do this. Do not do this. And a lot of people think that they celebrate bringing in a new year. You know, the Most High giving you sound instructions on what to do and how to do it. Let me start over. Leviticus 26:1. Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image. Rear you up a standing image. Neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. This right here don't sound like this belong to Islam, because that cobblestone is Muslims bow down faithfully to this cobblestone. Y'all are praying to a rock. Y'all is faithful unto a rock that fell. Y'all talking about this rock fell from somewhere. I forgot where they said it fell from. And even when you look at so-called blacks that call themselves Muslims, you are not an Arab. This is not your nationality. How? Like, you was stoned off. But the Most High say the best. But my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. He said, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. For I am the Lord your God. You have to leave that alone. Like, Islam for Arabs. That's not for no so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, Indian man or woman. It is not. It's not. It should not have you no graven image that you was bowing down to, that you was worshiping. It's going to be a lot of people in Times Square. Oh, man. It's going to be a lot of people all over talking about they bringing in the New Year's. You just got finished bowing down to a Christmas tree. You still be bowing down to the cross on the first day of the week, during Easter, first Sunday. Like, it's crazy. Most High said that my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Hmm. So, the New Year is not in March. The New Year starts in April. But this is what you look for to help you better recognize. When you start seeing the grass turning green, when you start seeing buds coming on trees, when you start seeing birds like really coming out migrating, and you start seeing the weather getting warm, that is the New Year. The New Year is when the earth is coming back to life. The New Year is when you start seeing animals come about the weather's changing. Right now, today is December 31st. Tomorrow will be January the 1st. You just going from 1 month to the next. That ain't no different than you going from, plus we in a winter month. You know, you have like 4 seasons within a month. I mean, it's a lot. You have 4 seasons within a year. You have 4 seasons within a year. We are in the winter season. That ain't no different. You going from June to July. We are in a winter month. So don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let nobody throw you off. You know what I'm saying? That's when we partake in the Passover here in the ISU became the Commander General, the beginning of the new year. So, you know, now you know what to look for. When you start seeing little buds come on trees, when you start seeing flowers starting to sprout and things of that nature. So, you know, that'll be the new year. That's how you know. That's what you, plus you know what to look for. Get off into this other precept. Yonder, bro. Habakkuk chapter 2. And I'm gonna start at verse 18. It say, what profited the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it? You know, it's no profit when you making a graven image. It is no profit. I mean, you're not learning nothing. It's not teaching you nothing. You're not growing as a people. Like it doesn't really do nothing for you. The only thing it do is just keep you in a docile state of being. It ain't, you know, this graven image got you thinking that you doing this, you doing that. Only thing you doing is doing what you saw people do before you. That's it. They say, what profited the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it? The molten image and a teacher of lies. See, it's a teacher of lies. It's not teaching you nothing. You're not learning nothing. You're not learning nothing. You just learning how to be in a docile state of being. You're not learning the things that is of the Most High. You're not learning the law, statutes, and commandments. You're not learning how to be, you're not learning nothing about brotherhood. You're not learning nothing about sisterhood. You're not learning how to conduct yourself the way the Most High has instructed you to. They say the maker of his work trusted it therein to make dumb idols. So he trusted in his work, and the only thing he's doing is just making dumb idols. You making something that don't give, can't speak, can't do this. It's not teaching you nothing. It's just teaching you how to stay. It is teaching you how to be in a state of being, to be in a docile state of being. It's not educating you. It's not doing nothing. Verse 19, it say, woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake. Let me tell you something about that word woe. The word woe means destruction, death. There's no way that you could talk to a piece of wood and say awake. There's no way that you could make a piece of wood awake. You can't. They say, let me start. They say, woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach. And it hasn't. Nobody can ever say that they have learned something from a stone. Nobody can ever say that they have learned something from a piece of wood. It hasn't. They say, behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. It is nothing. That ain't no different than you picking up a piece of rock off the ground. I mean, the only value it has is like if you getting so much of it. Like it might serve its purpose for a driveway, putting a couple rocks in a fish tank. Piece of wood will serve its purpose for firewood, pencil, um, a wooden fence. But as far as like teaching you something that you can learn from, something that will educate you, something that will enhance you in life skills, something that would better prepare you for society, you're not going to get that from the wood or stone. These are dumb idols. These are dumb idols. That's why the Christmas tree is not teaching you nothing. The Christmas tree keeping you at nothing. When this ball drops at night, you're not learning nothing from that. It is not teaching you nothing. These are idols. The Most High say, stop worshiping idols. All of this is dumb idols. That's all it is. It is just dumb idols. You is not learning nothing from these idols. Nothing. Wisdom of Solomon. But you have people thinking that they're doing something. You have people thinking that I don't think they could really tell you that it's been a tradition. It's been a tradition for years. And yes, it has been a tradition for years. It has been tradition of men. So the tradition of men does not have anything to do with the Most High. That's why the Most High said it best when you look at Psalms 118 and verse 8, when the Most High say, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is. It's no way that you can sit back and put your trust in man over the Most High. It is no way. So I'm gonna go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and start at verse 27. So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and verse 27. It says, for the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the curse, and the end of all evil. So you doing idol worshiping, you with the Christmas tree, talking about the cross, you talking about the ball dropping, all of that is idol worshiping. All of that is all evil. It is all evil. I don't know nobody that knows more than the Most High. But you will not hear this in Christianity. In Christianity, you're going to get a good concert, you're going to get a good laugh, but you're going to have to pay for it, though. You're going to have to pay. I mean, it's like you damn near got to pay to go into the church, and you got to pay to come out the church. You got to pay. But people, we got to wake up. I mean, World War III is right around the corner. When I say right around the corner, I'm talking about right around the corner. And you still talking about you partaking in this, you partaking in that. And it don't make no sense. It does not make no sense. I mean, none whatsoever. Like, you have to leave this alone. You have to leave it alone. Like, yo, stay home, chill. Sit back, watch a good movie. Just enjoy yourself. You don't have to be in the streets, man. You should be like, yo, F them streets. Because there's nothing out there. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back, chill, sip on you something, and just relax. I mean, you should say to yourself, man, in this moment, man, I'm really relaxing. I'm all right. I'm not out there because you don't know what's going on out there. You know what I'm saying? You can't always be in the now. If you want to be in the now, you should be in the truth now. If you want to be in the now, you should be in the truth now. You shouldn't be now in the streets, still in the streets. Nah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. There ain't no growth in that. There ain't no growth in that. There's no growth in that, none whatsoever. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the class. We got a powerful scripture breakdown coming tomorrow. And I want to say, give a courtesy salute. Give a courtesy salute to my brothers, Yahabashim Yahabashabarakatham, to my sisters, Yahabashamor Alatham, Ba'asham, Yahabashah. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Hey, be safe. Be safe. Stay home. Stay home. Do yourself a favor. Stay home. Keep shoes off. Hey, it's your time. 9 times out of 10, you probably ain't got a slave tomorrow. So, relax. With that, Shalom, Israel.